Hi, Dante here. So the next video you're going to watch is from a video series titled 10 Easy Ways for Any Lady to Get the Kind of Man She Wants or Desires. It's a really impactful one. There are a lot of lessons that you can learn from this series. Sit back and enjoy this video. Hope to catch you on next one. Make sure you watch to the end because you will get to learn a lot.
We proceed. So how to identify the type of man you really want. Now, there are about 4 things most ladies look for in men, for the most part. One is the looks, affection, financial security, and this whole God-fearing part. I'll still come to that part and I'll still explain that part properly. So yeah, looks. We all like, there is nobody on this earth that will not like somebody that looks good. Okay? Everybody, be you a guy or a lady, you want to be with somebody that looks good enough, at least in your eyes. I say beauty in the eyes of the beholder, which is true for the most part. So you want to be with somebody that looks good to you. So, but this is still a superficial thing. It is what you want, but might not really be what you need. Okay. Now, so, but it's not like it's a bad thing. Okay. If the person looks good, fine. Because the first thing about any relationship like is actually the physical attraction. If you're not physically attracted to somebody, it makes it a lot more difficult for you to start anything with this person, be it a lady or a guy. Okay, the second thing that ladies look for in a relationship before anything about is affection. Okay, they always look at, oh, is this guy kind of person that we, be romantic and treat me in all those ways, all these, ways they see in like movies and all these magazines and Instagram, all those kind of things, all those being very affectionate, right? It's a good thing to look for in a relationship, right? Okay. So then financial security is another thing a lot of ladies look for in a guy, and it is also not a bad thing. And not to look at ladies looking at a guy for financial security, or they say they want to date a poor person or somebody that's not already that has not made it already. And some people look at it like it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but nobody likes to suffer. Everybody wants to be at a better place, be with a better person, and somebody that's actually doing a lot better financially usually makes a good mate or a good partner in the financial sense. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that is what you really need. Okay, because it's not just making money. You already have money, and not really in the person's money. So you might need something much more than just money. So another thing like women seek out from men is, they always say they want a God-fearing guy. But the problem with this God-fearing part is this.
Sorry, David.
Hello?
David, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Please, can you turn off your camera? I guess it's because your camera is on. That's why its network keep fading off.
Okay, I'm turning it off now.
All right.
Okay,
thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, the camera, yeah, good. Thanks. Okay.
Is it turned off?
Yeah, it's off now. Mute your mic as well, okay? Thank you. So now the God-fearing part, the problem with it is this. It's a very vague thing. Like, what do you really mean by God-fearing? Somebody that goes to church, somebody that recites the Bible, somebody that does all the whole basics about that has to do with religion. Is that really what you mean by God-fearing? Because it's a really vague thing. Because I know many so-called God-fearing men that are really abusive, that beat their wives or beat their girlfriends and cheat on their wives and whatnot and do really all kinds of funny things. So this it's not safe. Yeah, you can seek someone that is religious, which is good, but it shouldn't be the major criteria for the most part. If it's not God-fearing, then it's not going to work. It shouldn't be like that's the all and all when looking for the kind of man you want or you need or deserve. So God-fearing is good, being religious is good, but not being religious, being spiritual is good. And I'll show you the difference, what you really need from somebody as opposed to God-fearing. So we'll move to the next one. So now the next one is number 2, how to identify the kind of man you truly need. One, the most important thing you should be seeking for in a guy is empathy and emotional intelligence. Okay, and this is simply I'll explain this but for me to explain, I'll explain with a Bible verse. Okay, I don't have it. Let me try and look for it on my phone here. Give me a second. Okay. So basically, this Bible verse, this Mark chapter, the book of Mark chapter 2. I don't know how many of you are Christians, but I just want to use this part, okay, to buttress a point about empathy. Okay, so Mark chapter 12, verses 29 to 31 basically says, okay, give me a second, let me bring this up. Okay, 12, 29. Okay, so, and this actually from, like, Jesus Christ himself actually said this, okay? He said, the most important thing is, hear, O Israel, the Lord your God, the Lord is one, and you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength. And the second is this: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these. So when you are looking for a so-called God-fearing man, this is exactly what you should be looking for in the person. Person that loves his neighbor as much as himself. Okay? Not necessarily somebody who goes to church, not necessarily somebody who gives donates to church, not necessarily somebody who is like, like they rate him high in the church. Somebody who has empathy and emotional intelligence, and this is what Jesus Christ basically trying to teach us here. And what are the examples of this kind of emotional intelligence? For instance, this person might, talk to you in a nice way, treat you right and everything. But how does he treat people that he might deem not up to his level? How does he treat a waiter? How does he treat the gatesman? How does he treat that work for him? Does he treat them unfairly? Is he abusive to them? However he treats them, when he gets comfortable with you, that is the same way he treats you. So you should watch out for this. This is one of the red flags I keep talking about. Is on one of the my blog posts. Well, when I talk about red flags. So when somebody is treating other people like trash, and then it's kind of lovey-dovey towards you, it's because of maybe he's just meeting you for the first time, or he just still trying to get to know each other. Once he's comfortable with you, or maybe when he has married or when you're already dating, the real person jumps out, and you don't want to be there when it does, because some of them it can lead to serious traumatic experiences that you do not need in your life. Okay, so for reference, always go to this book of Mark chapter 12, verses 29 to 31, and what Jesus Christ said. And basically, empathy and emotional intelligence, it is one of the most important things any human being should have, be you a man or a woman. Okay, what you don't want another person to do to you, don't do to another person. What you want someone to do for you or do to you, do for the other person, and that is how things work. Number 2, exposure. Now, when you are looking for the kind of man you need somebody that has exposure. And what do I mean by this? Exposure usually comes with experience and the kind of literature and media the person consumes. Okay, what kind of books does this person read? What kind of shows does he watch? What kind of things he watches made his kind of, I'm not really good as far as saying movies, because movies just entertainment, yeah, but still, it can actually tell some things, okay? And what kind of stuff does he look up on the internet? So these are the things that will let you know the person's mindset. Okay, if the person is always looking at the wrong kind of things, or watching the wrong kind of things all the time, or reading the wrong kind of things all the time, things that you don't necessarily agree with, or even if you might not agree with, you might actually not agree with them, but it doesn't make it wrong. But things that somebody or a human being shouldn't, or somebody that has sense shouldn't be consuming. Okay, and for exposure, I've come to realize that people that try to improve on their experiences through reading the right things, visiting the right places, traveling to the right places, assuming the right people, have the right network of friends, usually turn out to be better individuals. So if the person's friends are not good people, or they do some kind of things that you're not okay with, most likely this person does the same thing too, and he's just probably hiding from you for the moment. So you should be aware of all these kind of things. Okay, so by exposure, watch out for the kind of media he consumes. Watch out for the kind of friends he keeps. And also, if he's somebody that actually widely traveled and has experienced other cultures, it will be easier for this person to understand that how vastly different people are. so that even when you're in a relationship, you're doing something wrong, the person will find a good way. So the person with good exposure and good empathy or emotional intelligence can address you in a proper way, even when the person is not, when even the person is happy with you, instead of lashing out in a really aggressive, abusive way. Okay, so these are the things you should watch out for. Then number 3, work ethics. Now, like I already mentioned, okay, people like somebody that's already ready-made, right? Financially, a guy that already has it all, and his business is moving fine, or his work is going great, he's making money. Everybody likes that. But what of the cases where he doesn't have all that's going already for him? How then do you now identify that kind of person? Do you only wait for the person that's really made it? What if the person which hasn't made it? How do you know if this person is really the kind of person you need? So you have to watch out for this person's work ethics. Is this person lazy? Is this person trying to make the best out of his situation? Let's say he does have a job, but is he trying to acquire skills online? Is he trying to learn some things? Maybe there are some online courses you can actually learn for free that maybe, and after learning them, you can apply them to helping other people and creating value for people, and then they can pay you. Is he improving on these kind of things, or just waiting for handouts? Is he just waiting for, oh, if I blow, if I pick money for road, or if person dash me money, all those kind of things? Is he waiting on all those things for a windfall? Or is he actively trying to make the best out of his situation, no matter how limited the resources are? Okay, so his work ethics. Is this person a lazy person? Is this person that even if actually has something doing, or a job, or working for somebody, how many hours in the day does this person input into their work, into the things they do? How, and does this person give up very easily when things are not going their way? Does this person blame every other person for their problems, for their trouble, or does he just swallow the whole thing like that and then keep pushing? So these are the things you need to look out for. So if somebody has proper work ethics and being all right, and as far as work ethics is concerned, there is absolutely no way this person cannot make it in this life. It's almost impossible. The only thing is for this person to channel that energy in the right direction. But once you have the work ethics, look for the right career path or the right set of skills to acquire, and you will definitely make it. It's a no-brainer. It doesn't fail. Okay, just keep going at it. Keep putting the number of hours required. Keep improving on your skills. Keep learning, and give it some time, months, years. It will definitely work out. Okay, the compound effect that comes with these things will play out. So these are things you look out for. If the guy doesn't have the money, or even if he has the money and he maybe kind of relax and say, "Oh, I have money. I don't need to work at it." I don't know, that money might just, something might just happen. God forbid. But if something happens, what does it do? Because if somebody's already making it and the person is kind of complacent at some point, that money might get exhausted, or something unfortunate might happen. So you need to watch out for this work ethics. Then the next one is self-development. How is this guy developing himself, improving on himself? How is he addressing his health issues? Or even if he doesn't have health issues, how is he, working on his health, working on his self-development? If let's say the person sometimes actually meet someone that's also good at some things, if we actually take for granted that someone don't know how to actually talk properly, or address people properly, or just speak English, or basically any language that's that is the lingua franca, is what everybody speaks in the country, right? So there are some instances you might actually meet somebody that is not as exposed as you are, but if the person is trying to improve on himself, you can still give this person a chance, because this person is trying to improve himself. Because where he is today, maybe where he was before, he's actually at a better place now because he kept improving on himself, and then he's going to better. So self-development, if this person is constantly working on himself, his health, his education, his mental state and all that, then this kind of quality you need in a man. So to recap, the qualities you need in a man are empathy, emotional intelligence, exposure, proper or good work ethics, and self.
Wow, that was quite an impactful video. Thank you so much for watching to this point. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe to this channel so they can get all my videos at any point I drop them. If you have anything to say about this, you can drop them in the comments or ask me questions directly in my inbox. I will be glad to respond to all your questions and all your problems. Thank you so much. Catch you in the next video. Peace.